Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable pieces of American coinage, the 1999 New Jersey state quarter from the United States of America. Now, at first glance, this might seem like just another quarter you'd find in your spare change. But as we're about to reveal, some of these coins are hiding secrets, rare errors and special traits that can turn a common coin into an absolute treasure. So, if you're a passionate collector, or someone who just enjoys hunting for hidden gems in everyday places, grab a seat and get ready, because this coin might just blow your mind. Let's begin with a little history. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched a bold new initiative, the 50 State Quarters program. It was one of the most popular coin series ever released, celebrating each state with its own unique design. New Jersey was the third state honored, and its quarter features a historic moment: George Washington crossing the Delaware River during the American Revolutionary War. The scene, inspired by the famous painting, symbolizes courage, leadership, and the birth of a nation. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American legacy in the palm of your hand. Now, while millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, not all were created equal. And this is where things get exciting for collectors. Because among the many coins minted, a tiny number have very specific features, errors, and anomalies that make them incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. So, what kind of errors should you be looking for? First, there's the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with a slightly misaligned die, creating a doubling effect, especially on the text like United States of America, Liberty, or the mint year 1999. On some rare New Jersey quarters, this doubling is crisp and clear, and those coins are considered highly desirable among numismatists. Another rare error to watch out for is the off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where the design is slightly shifted, leaving part of the coin blank or distorted. These misstruck coins are rare because the mint typically catches and destroys them. But a few slip through the cracks, and when they do, they become true collector's items. Then there's the die crack error, where a crack in the minting die causes a raised line or bump on the surface of the coin. These flaws might seem minor, but in the coin collecting world, unique imperfections can mean serious value, especially when they appear on a coin from a historically significant series like the 1999 New Jersey quarter. Let's not forget about the experimental planchet errors. During the production of the state quarters, the U.S. Mint tested different metals and compositions. If a New Jersey quarter was mistakenly struck on a planchet mint for another coin, like a Susan B. Anthony dollar or a Sacagawea dollar, it would be lighter, heavier, or a different color entirely. These rare, wrong planchet errors are incredibly valuable due to their one-of-a-kind nature. Now, you might be wondering, how many of these rare and valuable quarters are out there? Truthfully, no one knows exactly. But what we do know is that only a tiny fraction of the 1999 New Jersey quarters in circulation have these rare characteristics. That means checking your change, your old coin jar, or your childhood collection could pay off big time. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins like these, not just for their monetary value, but for their historical and artistic significance. Owning a rare state quarter from the very first year of the program is like owning a key to a unique chapter of American numismatic history. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. There is a verified case of a 1999 New Jersey state quarter featuring a rare mint error being valued at a jaw-dropping $82,000. Yes, you heard that right. A small, everyday coin that once bought a pack of gum is now worth $82,000 to the right collector. So before you toss that pocket change aside, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of hidden history worth more than you ever imagined. Top 2, we're turning our spotlight onto a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket, your drawer, or that old coin jar you haven't touched in years. We're talking about the Louisiana state quarter from the year 2002. Now, at first glance, this might look like just another quarter. After all, millions were minted, and it's part of the widely circulated and wildly popular 50 state quarters series. But here's the twist. Some of these Louisiana quarters are not like the others. In fact, a small number of them are incredibly rare due to minting errors and unique features that make them worth a fortune. And yes, we'll tell you exactly how much one of these coins could be worth, but stay with us until the end, because you won't believe the number. Let's start with the story behind the coin. In 2002, Louisiana was honored as part of the U.S. Mint's ambitious plan to release a new state-themed quarter for each of the 50 states. The Louisiana State Quarter is more than just a coin. It's a celebration of culture, history, and one of the most iconic events in American history, the Louisiana Purchase. The reverse of the coin beautifully showcases an outline of the state of Louisiana, the trumpet that pays tribute to the state's musical heritage, especially jazz, and the image of the Louisiana Purchase territory, which doubled the size of the United States in 1803. It even features the inscription Louisiana Purchase to commemorate the event that changed the course of the nation. This coin is a tribute to culture, expansion, and the soul of America. But what really makes this coin special in the eyes of collectors are the rare and unexpected minting errors that slipped past quality control and found their way into circulation. Let's talk about the most exciting errors found on some of these Louisiana quarters. First up, the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die in slightly different positions. On some rare Louisiana quarters, you can clearly see doubling in the lettering, especially around words like United States of America or E pluribus unum. That kind of doubling is not just a cool flaw, it's a serious collector's dream. Then there's the off-center strike. Picture a quarter where the design is misaligned, leaving part of the coin blank or partially struck. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if the date is still fully visible. These are the kind of errors that make a coin stand out instantly. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The rare wrong planchet error. That's when a coin is struck on a blank mint for a different coin entirely, like a dime, nickel, or even a foreign coin. The result? A Louisiana State quarter that might be lighter, thinner, or a completely different color. These planchet errors are extremely rare, and when they happen on a popular release like the 2002 Louisiana quarter, collectors will pay a premium to own them. Another type of error that grabs attention is the die clash. That's when the two dies strike each other without a blank coin in between, leaving ghost-like impressions of the design elements on the wrong sides of the coin. A die clash can create a mysterious look, almost like a shadow image behind the main design, something collectors absolutely love. And then we have retained cut errors and die breaks. These create raised, irregular bumps or blobs on the coin, caused by damaged or deteriorating dies. These kinds of defects are unusual, and when found on a state quarter, especially one as historic and beautiful as the Louisiana release, they're highly collectible. So, you might be asking, what's the chance of finding one of these rare error coins? Truthfully, the odds are slim, but not impossible. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every quarter you come across could be the one. Whether it's tucked away in an old roll from the bank, a garage sale find, or even spare change from the gas station. Somewhere out there, these rare coins are still waiting to be discovered. Collectors value coins not just for their monetary worth, but for their stories, their history, and the thrill of the hunt. The Louisiana State Quarter captures a powerful story of American expansion, musical heritage, and cultural pride. And when you add a rare error into the mix, you're looking at something truly special. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2002 Louisiana State Quarter with a rare minting error, especially one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth up to $80,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. One single quarter, just 25 cents in face value, could be worth $80,000 in today's collector market. So don't overlook the change in your pocket. That humble little quarter could be the key to a treasure you never expected. Go check your coins. You might be holding a rare piece of history. Top 3, we're diving into a coin that's often overlooked, but carries a powerful story, beautiful design, and in some extremely rare cases, a value that will leave you speechless. So make sure to stay tuned until the end, because this isn't just a coin. It could be a jackpot hiding in plain sight. We're talking about the 2009 Guam quarter. Yes, the very same coin that might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your car cup holder, or a jar on your dresser. But let's be clear, if you've got the right one, with the right traits, you might just be holding a small fortune. Let's go back to 2009. That year marked the launch of the U.S. Mint's District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters Program, an extension of the wildly popular 50-state quarters series. Guam was one of the 6 U.S. territories honored, and its quarter design is not only beautiful, it's deeply meaningful. The reverse of the Guam quarter features a proud outline of the island itself, the traditional flying prow, a swift, handcrafted seafaring vessel, and a latte stone, a pillar used by ancient Chamorro cultures for thousands of years. These symbols speak volumes about the island's rich maritime history and cultural heritage. The words Guahan Itano Manchamorro appear at the bottom, meaning Guam, land of the Chamorro in the indigenous language. This coin is more than currency, it's a tribute to tradition, resilience, and identity. But as collectors know all too well, not every coin is created equal. While millions of Guam quarters were struck and released into circulation, only a tiny number possess rare errors or minting quirks that dramatically elevate their value. So, what exactly makes some 2009 Guam quarters so incredibly valuable? Let's talk about the most sought-after minting errors found on this quarter. First, the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck more than once by the die but slightly misaligned. On the Guam quarter, a double die error can often be spotted in the lettering, especially around E pluribus unum or Guam. The doubling might look subtle to the untrained eye, but to collectors, it's pure gold. Next, we have the off-center strike. That's when the coin's design isn't properly centered during the minting process, leaving parts of the design cut off or creating a crescent-shaped blank area. If you have a Guam quarter with a dramatic off-center strike and the date is still visible, you're looking at a rare error that can fetch a serious price. Then there's the die break or cut error. These occur when part of the die cracks or chips off, resulting in raised bumps or extra metal blobs on the surface of the coin. They may look like random imperfections, but in the world of coin collecting, these small quirks make a coin unique and highly desirable. Another error to watch for is the wrong planchet strike. That's when a Guam quarter was accidentally struck on a blank meant for a different coin, like a penny, dime, or even a foreign coin. This results in odd coloring, unusual weight, or incorrect size. These are incredibly rare and can be worth thousands all by themselves. Let's not forget the missing clad layer error. U.S. quarters are made of a copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel. Sometimes, the outer nickel layer is missing on one side, giving the coin a strange copper-colored surface. If you find a Guam quarter like this, especially in great condition, you've got something truly special. You might be wondering how many of these rare Guam-era quarters are out there. The answer: very few. Most were caught at the mint, or ended up in circulation and were damaged over time. Only a small number survived in collectible condition, and even fewer are known to feature the rarest errors. That's what makes them so valuable. So, why does this matter to you? Because coins like this aren't locked away in museums or vaults. They're still out there, waiting to be found in change from a store, in old rolls from the bank, or in collections passed down through families. It's the thrill of the hunt that keeps collectors excited, and the possibility that your everyday quarter might be worth far more than 25 cents. Now here's the moment every coin lover has been waiting for. A 2009 Guam quarter with a rare minting error, in pristine uncirculated condition, has been valued at an unbelievable $78,000. Yes, that's right. A small, everyday coin that most people overlook could be worth $78,000 to the right collector. So don't toss that pocket change just yet. Take a moment, look closely, and you might just discover a coin that could change your life. Top 4, we're talking about the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter, a coin that not only celebrates a pivotal moment in American history, but also, in rare cases, carries an astonishing collector value. Now, let's begin with the basics. But don't worry, this is far from boring. The Cumberland Gap National Historical Park is located in the Appalachian Mountains where Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee meet. It served as a crucial passageway through the mountains and was famously known as the first doorway to the West. In 2016, the U.S. Mint released a quarter in its honor as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. On the reverse of the coin, we see a striking image, a frontiersman gazing out across the vast wilderness, musket in hand, looking toward the unexplored frontier. The inscription "First Doorway to the West" accompanies the design, reminding us of how pioneers blazed trails through the Cumberland Gap in search of opportunity and freedom. It's a beautifully detailed tribute to American courage, adventure, and history. But here's the part that's got collectors buzzing. While the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter was produced in large numbers for general circulation, a small handful possess rare mint errors, mistakes made during production that actually increase their value dramatically. These are the coins you want to look out for. So, what kinds of errors make a simple quarter like this one worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars? Let's start with double die errors. These occur when the coin is struck more than once by the same die but slightly misaligned. On a double die Cumberland Gap quarter, you might see noticeable doubling in the text, like United States of America, Cumberland Gap, or even the year 2016. This doubling can appear as shadowed or overlapping letters and is one of the most sought-after types of mint errors. Next up is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting, causing the design to be stamped off-center. Some off-center strikes are minor, but if the coin is significantly off and the date is still visible, you're holding a collector's dream. Now, here's one you definitely don't want to miss: the wrong planchet error. Imagine a quarter-sized coin that was mistakenly struck on a blank mint for a different denomination or even a foreign coin. The weight might be off, the color might look strange, or the coin might have a completely different composition. These oddities are extremely rare and skyrocket in value when discovered. Another unusual but valuable mistake is the die break or cut error. This happens when the minting die becomes damaged or cracked, creating raised blobs or bumps on the coin. These errors are unpredictable, unique, and highly collectible. Some Cumberland Gap quarters also suffer from clad layer issues, such as a missing outer layer that reveals the copper core beneath. These two-toned errors are visually striking and easy to spot, making them a favorite among sharp-eyed collectors. But it's not just the error itself that determines a coin's value. It's also the condition. A rare error coin in poor shape might still be worth a decent sum, but one in pristine, uncirculated condition? That's where the serious money comes in. Coins graded by professionals, sealed in tamper-proof holders, and certified as genuine error coins are the true stars of the market. Now, you might be asking, could one of these rare Cumberland Gap quarters be hiding in your change right now? Absolutely. These coins didn't go straight into collectors' hands. Many were released into circulation just like any ordinary quarter. That means they could be anywhere, waiting to be found by someone just like you. The thrill of coin collecting isn't just about value, it's about discovery. It's the excitement of history in your hands, the mystery of what might be hiding in a simple piece of change, and the possibility that today's ordinary quarter could turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime find. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. One incredibly rare 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter, featuring a significant mint error and preserved in top condition, has been valued at an astonishing $76,000. Yes, you heard that right. Just 25 cents in face value, but $76,000 in real collector value. That's the magic of numismatics. So what are you waiting for? Grab that jar of coins, check your spare change, and look a little closer at the quarters in your wallet. You never know when a coin like the 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter could show up, and when it does, you'll be glad you knew what to look for. Top 5, we're zooming in on the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter, and believe me, this coin is anything but ordinary. It's modern, it's beautiful, and for a very small number of lucky individuals, it could be incredibly valuable. So make sure to listen closely and stay with me until the end, because I'll be revealing just how much one of these rare quarters is worth, and it's a number you won't believe. Let's begin with the story behind the coin. The Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve is located in the U.S. Virgin Islands and is a place of incredible environmental and historical significance. It holds the only known site where Christopher Columbus landed on what is now U.S. territory, and it also protects one of the largest remaining mangrove forests in the Caribbean. In 2020, the U.S. Mint honored this location by featuring it in the America the Beautiful Quarters program. The design on the reverse side of the coin is stunning. It features a young red mangrove tree sprouting with its roots spread into the water, symbolizing the vitality of life, ecological growth, and the preservation of natural beauty. It's both simple and powerful, making it one of the most eye-catching modern quarters released in recent years. Now, here's where things get exciting. While millions of Salt River Bay quarters were struck for circulation, not all of them are created equal. In fact, a very small number left the U.S. Mint with rare errors, unintentional mistakes that dramatically increase their value to collectors. So, what makes these error quarters so special? Let's start with double die errors. This error occurs when the coin design is struck twice but slightly misaligned. leading to a noticeable doubling in the text or design. On the Salt River Bay quarter, collectors have reported doubling in the inscriptions like United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, or the year 2020. When this kind of doubling is clear and dramatic, it transforms the coin into a high-demand collector's item. Another highly desirable error is the off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where the image is visibly shifted, leaving part of the coin blank or stretched. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still fully visible. These are relatively rare, but when they do appear, they create a lot of excitement in the collector community. Then there's the elusive wrong planchet error. This is when a coin is accidentally struck on a blank mint for another denomination, like a dime or nickel, or even on a foreign coin blank. These errors create coins that are the wrong weight, thickness, or color. And because these mix-ups are so rare, their value skyrockets among collectors who are always looking for standout pieces. Let's not forget the clad layer missing error. Quarters are usually made from a copper core covered by a nickel coating. But sometimes, one side of that coating doesn't get applied correctly, leaving a strange copper-colored surface on one side. It looks unusual, it's easy to spot, and when found on modern quarters like the Salt River Bay, it can be worth a surprising amount. There have also been reports of die chips and cracks, where imperfections in the minting die cause raised bumps or odd lines to appear on the coin's surface. These flaws may seem small, but in the right location, especially around key details like the tree or lettering, that can increase the coin's value significantly. But remember, condition matters too. A rare error coin that's scratched up or heavily circulated won't bring nearly as much value as one in pristine, uncirculated condition. So if you think you've found something rare, get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service. That sealed certification could make all the difference. So why should you care about a 2020 quarter? Because this is a coin that's still in circulation. It's still showing up in pocket change, in bankrolls, in coin jars at home. You don't have to be a professional coin dealer or spend thousands at an auction. You just need a sharp eye, a little patience, and a love for the hunt. The world of modern coin errors is growing fast. With social media and online marketplaces, more people than ever are learning how to identify rare coins, and the demand is only rising. That makes now the perfect time to go through your change, your collections, and even those coins you've been ignoring for years. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, one rare Salt River Bay quarter from the year 2020. Featuring a unique minting error and preserved in excellent condition, has been valued at an incredible $74,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter. Just 25 cents in face value, but worth $74,000 to the right buyer. So before you spend that change or roll up those quarters to take to the bank, stop and take a closer look. That little coin with a mangrove tree on it might just be the most valuable thing you've touched all day. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more amazing coin stories just like this one. We've got so much more to share, because when it comes to coins, history, and hidden treasures, the journey has only just begun. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Keep your eyes open, because your next great discovery could be in your pocket right now.